You know what I mean? So
At what age? At what age?
he's 16.
Okay. What about when he was younger? What did
I
discipline
didn't
look
have
like?
him when he was young. I just got him. I just got him when he was.
I
I just
got you.
got him in September. You know, his mother had some
I feel
issues,
you. I feel
so
you.
I took him out of her hands.
I
I
feel
was the
you.
only sibling that could, do that.
My boys are younger, Anton, and I do what Bruiser does, right? Because they already feel bad enough. Like, oh shoot, my mom's about to trash me. But I talk to them and let them know, realize their mistakes. Like they got to do a self-reflection and tell me why. Where did they go wrong? Why did they do what they did? And then go forward to say, like, you can't do this. Like, I have high expectations of you. And you should have high expectations of yourself when you step outside this house.
How old are your kids?
My boys are 9.
They ever got a whooping before?
Yeah.
With a belt?
Whatever I can pick up, like the old school.
What?
Wait, what?
Yeah.
What she did?
What do you mean?
That's that island stuff right there.
She mean whatever she can pick up, beat your ass with.
Why?
That's good old down home American
Right.
old school. Raise your child. Don't spare the rod of correction. They will not die. Get your ass in here. Put your hands on that motherfucking couch. Take your shirt off and let me put this belt on. That's what.
Nah, bro.
No.
Is that trigger? Is that triggering to y'all?
Nah,
Like,
bro.
Listen. I'm gonna be
Trigger
real.
was Lego.
That's
what I
triggering.
did,
That's where I got hit.
Listen. This is the real for me. When we came up, when we were younger, because see the thing about it is that once we reached our teenage years, it was too late. So whatever it is that they instilled in us, because they gave us that fear in which when we were younger, we learned to respect it and we loved them for it because they gave us the discipline. And when we went to school and we seen all these other kids acting out, we didn't do that because our parents didn't have to come up to the school and then correct the teacher, because our parents had set in us very early that, yo, if I got to come up there and talk to the teacher, me and you gonna have a problem because you know better than to move the way that we ain't teaching you. See, we've always believed in our family at a very early age, you don't spare the rod. You don't spare the rod. So y'all got your own perspective and how it is that y'all raise y'all kids. I will never tell nobody how to raise their kids. But I believe in belts. I believe at a very early age to address the issue early and drive it out of them. I also believe in reinforcing it with community. And I also believe that if somebody else in the family that I trust finds you doing something, and they have permission to put that belt on you also. I'm old school. I
agree with that part. Yeah.
I'm old school. I come from a different generation, and I don't mince words, and I'm not wishy-washy. At an early age, you're gonna get this work. And then when you get older, I'm gonna reinforce it with real life conversation and holding you accountable while also being a reflection of the thing that I would want you to be when you grow up.
and I wanted to add something because excellent point. I wanted to add something after balance went. I believe in discipline. A lot of credibility has been lost in society, right? And that's one thing, as Anton said, that I believe that I can maintain. That is the entire reason why, if you ever hear that me and my wife divorced, she left me. I'm not leaving her for the simple fact that the way I discipline my kids and what I want out of life and what I want to teach them, I have to maintain my credibility. The fact that I'm with their mother is my whole substantive bit of credibility to tell my kids whatever the hell I want to tell them and then believe me, right? So one of the things I believe is missing from society today, because if you're a single parent, then okay, so be it. But the one thing I don't see from like single mothers and single fathers, let's say, is when they discipline their kids, they always leave out the part where they messed up. It is actually do as I say, not as I do. But your kid, if you think I'm playing, ask young boys how they feel about their mothers. If you think I'm playing, they will tell you just flat out, they think their mother is a hoe. They don't like that she's promiscuous.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying? I've had little boys as a counselor when I was a day treatment counselor say this to me. The mother had no idea how the boy felt because the mom is just saying stuff, giving them discipline on what to do. She doesn't live that way at all. Bringing men all up and through the house And she don't think this cognitively affects the boys and the way they're going to maintain themselves throughout the entirety of their life as it pertains to women in general. So
I don't
okay.
know if y'all notice or not, but it's a different impact on the kids, whether or not, I know you said single parent, but it's like a night and day difference on who the kid is actually living with. And when it's the father, the kids are less likely to be in prison. You know, they're less likely to be suicidal. They're less likely to be subject to homelessness and all these other things. So
It's
I mean,
true.
I'm not trying to make it a man versus woman panel.
No,
I
it has
know
to
one
be.
thing. I know one thing. Not me or anybody in my family has ever seen the inside of a jail cell, and I'm thankful for my parents every day for instilling that very young in me, because it taught me to fear them, and then it taught me to fear what was in the world because I realized why they started instilling that in me early.
You
And
never
that's the
been a
reason
scare
why.
straight?
Say what?
You never been a scare straight?
No, I ain't never had to go to no jail to get scared straight.
Oh.
You know,
Right.
I don't believe in
My
I don't-
hood scaring me straight.
I don't believe in it, bro. Every kid that I've ever seen coming up, when I was coming up, when they didn't get whoopings, every last one of them either was in and out of a jail cell when they got older, or they wound up dying. Every last one of them.
People I grew
Can I
up
ask
with
you,
like that
Bruiser,
too.
what is it that a man instills in a child opposed to what a woman instills in a child? Can you tell me?
Discipline.
What does a man instill in a child?
Yeah, that would make these higher rates of success for them.
I would say first of all, masculinity. That's number one. That's probably like the primary thing that a man instills in his son. You know what I'm saying? Being able to be strong, mentally strong, physically strong, all those things. Having ambition, you know what I'm saying? A work ethic. A lot of the times my uncle, whenever he was, taking care of me, I would whenever he would go out and work, I would go out there with him. It didn't matter if it was 6 o'clock in the morning, 9 o'clock at night, he had to go do something. He said, "Hey, come with me. I'm gonna show you how to take this carburetor out." You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Get off the video game. So it's a lot of things that a man teaches. And I think masculinity is, for one, it's like the most important and most primary thing that you can put in a young man. But as far as women, I haven't done any research on it, and I haven't been exposed to any teaching styles from a man teaching a daughter because I didn't have it wasn't in my proximity. But I would say, based off of what I'm able to understand that's going on out here in the society, is that men would teach women to carry themselves as a lady, and not be so promiscuous.